Hello, my name is Rachel Henderson, and I am demonstrating a specially designed academic instruction in English, or SEDAI, Sheltered Instruction Strategy. This video is for EDSU 530 at Brandman, Professor David Sanchez, December 2019. The strategies I'm using are an anticipatory set, prediction, reflections, verbalizing, and scaffolding. My language objective is for the students to be able to pronounce all the vocabulary words orally in a group and discuss their ideas with peers. Also, writing reflection in a journal. My content objective is for students to demonstrate comprehension about the makeup of the Earth's layers using academic language, leading into seismic waves, which is a California National Science Standard for high school. Students will be evaluated on their class participation, their journals, and a handout. So now I will begin my lesson. Students, as you may have noticed, you are in your small groups today. And yesterday we were talking about earthquakes, and today we're going to be looking at the Earth's layers. Okay, so everyone get out your science journals. We're going to be using those to take notes. So have those out in front of you. So let me ask you this. If I take a hard-boiled egg that has been cooked, and I cut it down the middle, what is that going to look like? Does anybody know what that looks like? Just write it in your journal, draw a little picture of just what the inside of a hard-boiled egg looks like. Okay, this is good. Can I use yours? Okay, so we have a oval with a circle inside. That's really good. Perfect. Okay, so there's really more going on there, isn't there? On the outside of that egg, what is that that's protecting the soft inner layers? Just shout it out. Who's got an answer? What's on the outside of the egg? A shell? Yeah, so an egg shell is on the outside. It's the first layer, then it gets into the white, and then the yolk. There's several layers. Very good. So we also have, does anybody know what this is? What is this? Shout it out. Who's got an answer for me? A globe, right? The world, the earth. This is a model of the earth that we have created. Very good. So in your journal, I want you to write a couple of lines about if we were to take the earth and cut it down the middle, how do we know what that's going to look like? How could we possibly know what that would look like? Any ideas how a scientist or a geologist might know the answer to what that looks like on the inside? So just write down a couple of lines about your thoughts, no wrong answer. How do we know what it looks like on the inside of the earth? I'll give you a couple of minutes to write that down. While you're doing that, I'm going to pass out the handout. One for each group is going to get one of these handouts. Everyone's going to want to put their name on the top of this handout. Everyone in the group, put their name on that. So we'll give you maybe 2 minutes for that. Okay, so it's been about 2 minutes. Everyone done with their journaling? In your groups, what we're going to do, we're going to label your diagram. You're going to label it in pencil using your vocabulary words that we talked about yesterday. And I also want you to discuss what you wrote in your journal with each other if anybody has any ideas, okay? We're going to talk about your journaling, and then we're also going to color our diagrams, okay? And there's no wrong answers. Use your imagination, be creative, use whatever colors you want. You have colored pencils in the middle of everyone's group there station. So we'll give you maybe 7 minutes or so to work on coloring and filling in all the blanks on your handout. So just kind of discuss with each other. I'm going to go around and look at everyone's answers. Okay, so does everybody have everything filled out? No blanks? Everyone has an answer for all the blanks on the handout, okay? Doing good? Alrighty. So group number 1, Group 1 over here. What do you have for number 1? So the outside here, the outside layer of the Earth that has the mountains on it, that's going to be, what do you got? What do you think? The continental crust. Great. Perfect. That is exactly right. Okay, and then that'll lead us, group number 4, what do you have for the next one here? Okay, oceanic crust. Awesome. Perfect. Really good. And group number 7, what do you have for number 3 here? Okay, great. Excellent. Fantastic. Okay, so we've got this whole thing filled in. What about 7 over here? So this is the top, the mantle, and the crust. And remember we talked about the Greek word for stone was lithos. So that's where we get the word for the lithosphere. That's the outside crust and the top part of the upper mantle, the lithosphere. Okay, and then we talked about the lava is when it's outside, coming out into the atmosphere, and when the molten lava is inside of the earth, that's when it's referred to as magma. So that's the difference between those two. Okay, so everyone has that all filled out correctly. Everyone's diagram is correct. Okay, very good. Any questions about that so far? Any questions about any of that? Doing good? And everybody got to talk about these with their group? Excellent. Okay, so who has a guess as to the answer that they put in their journal? I'm going to just pull out a student name here. Daniela. How do scientists know that this is what the inside of the earth looks like? How do we know that? No, you don't have any idea? No guesses? Okay. Any volunteers have an answer? Jane? Drilling. Yeah, we do drill into the earth, and that does give us some information. What else? Earthquakes. So earthquakes are what we're going to be talking about that are going to be creating our seismic waves. We're going to be talking tomorrow about the P wave and the S wave, wavelengths. That's going to be leading us into our next discussion. Very good. Thank you.